everybody, to the 360 NoScope podcast. We're back from the All-Star break. I hope you all enjoyed your time off. I guess I did, but we'll get to that later. Today we are back on the run to playoffs. We are in the last week for the offs. Quite an exciting week. I am in the blockbuster matchup of this league against the one and only attract to the wrong clientele, of Chaya. It was always going to come down to this. It's been an absolute back and forth in the inbox about both of our positions on this league, and the winner of us goes home with everything. So pretty jam-packed episode today, and by that I mean we get to start off the week and kind of do a bit of recap from the All-Star break. We'll see what's coming. So it's good to have you back, mate. Bring us in.
Thanks, Josh. You're listening to the 360 NoScope podcast. Let's get to it.
It's always good to have you in my corner. Let's get to it. Really didn't like that song in hindsight, but that's all right. That's where we're at. Okay, so two versus 7 today. Starting off the day against Chaya. Making sure we got the stats correct this day. The games, we've got plenty of games ahead of him. It's 2-7, but that's all right because we've got some secret weapons coming up in this week that we haven't used yet. Actually not doing too bad across the board. Obviously, it could be better, but look, we have 12 steals in the first day, so we'll take that, and that's going to be a cap that we have a good buffer for the rest of the week. We're going to go to today's fellas straight off the bat. Let's have a look here. So, Tyler Hero looked good today. We've been waiting for a sort of a game like this for a while. He started the season off really well and kind of had that petering out area, and all the vultures came out to play. But you look 20 points, 6 boards, 5 assists. You're just happy that from Hero. He made it 3, which is always good. Free throws are 100%, which seems to be a bit of a trend today, and only 2 turnovers. So look, really happy with that. Hoping he's going to get more action coming into the rest of the week. I'm not sure how many games Miami have, but I'm going to see how they go. Anthony Edwards, I love him. Always will love him. Look, 7 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 4 steals, and 4 turnovers. The old quad 4. Free throws are 100% as well, but we only got 1 3 from him, and we really do expect more. He used to drop 30 a night, and it's just he's been in a real slump, and part of that Mark matchup was his fault. But look, we can only hope that he's coming out of his slump now, especially when we're against Chaya, so we really need him to lift because he will be one of the key components on why we can kind of, really climb in and clutch the win and stay in the offs. Bruce Brown, big dog from the waiver, 14 points, 6 boards, and then filled the stat sheet with the assist to steal blocks and another 100% free throw. So I'm really happy with Bruce Brown. He's getting plenty of time now. Everyone's going to come back, and he might not make it to the end of the week, might not make it to the offs on my team, but I want to keep him if I can because he's a lot of fun. And I know that it annoys some people on our roster that I actually play him, and he spits out some good material for me. The old Scotty Barnes, the real Barnesy, as we like to call him at the 360 NoScope podcast. 28 points, 16 boards, 4 assists, 5 steals, and a block at 75% free throws and 85% field goal. That's nuts. The interns. Come here. Hey, Luda, what do you reckon of Scotty Barnes? Yeah, that's what I thought. Absolute weapon of a game. Kind of burying Walden a little bit deeper because he did give me Scotty, in a bit of a lull as well. So he just kept playing. They were up by how many points? They won by a ludicrous amount. And they just kept playing him, and he kept going. Didn't get to 30, unfortunately. That would have been huge, but look, I'm rough with that game. That's the MVP for the day. Brandon Clark, he's just not the same without his duo. 8 points, 4 boards. He's just not. He's missing his brother. I'm going to be wary of him coming into the next couple of days because if he's not going to lift, I'm going to have to find a miracle on the waivers as I usually do. But yeah, out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to talk about him later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players we had today, including Draymond Green being injured, which I haven't swapped him out for another injury yet because he's not coming back. He kind of was a bit disappointing, but that's okay. Speaking of disappointing, Plumdog, 3 points. I mean, he got 5 boards, sure. Like he spits boards out like it's seeds from an olive. But and he got his assist, and I'm happy with 1 steal or 1 block if it's someone like Bruce Brown. But from Plumlee, I just don't know what he was doing. We dropped him tonight. We picked him for Fultz, which is great because Chaya wanted him, and even though he'll deny it, he wanted him. He looked great today, so we look forward to his next couple of days. Coming back and kind of running the show down at Orlando. And yeah, Draymond Green's injured. So look, not a bad day. Chaya had a better day, but that's all right. Now we'll quickly pop to the trade table. We do have a trade here. Let's have a look. This is gonna be good. This is from our main man Daniel, who's been gifting me little gems all season. He wants to give me Time Lord back and an injured Giddy, which Giddy's gonna be out for a while, I think, for Jokic. Get a job. Because you have no future in NBA fantasy. That one's a bit harsh, but he's just got to stop asking for Jokic. He can't afford him. He just can't afford him. So trade table's done. Now, I actually want to do a bit of a recap. We lost 5-4 to 4-5 to Mark in the end. Now, for those who watched the last episode before the mailbag in the All-Star break, we were on a cliff face there. We had a real big day. We were up shit creek, to put it lightly. We were going to get 1-8'd, 9-0'd, whatever was going to happen. We were looking grim, and then we've made a comeback, probably of the season, and we've lost 4-5, which it kept us in 7th, dropping any further. But if you kind of have a look at these stats, there's a couple of stats here I want to pay attention to. 3 points made, right? 84 to 85. I was two 3-pointers away from winning that category, which would have put me at 5-4. 1 3-pointer from evening us out, then making it a 4-4. Now, I also want you to take a look at the blocks. 21 to 22. 1 block, again, even us up to 4-4. 2 blocks, I would have won 5-4. If I had 2 blocks and 2 3-points from 2 players, which we'll address later, I would have won 6-3, and you would have had an episode yesterday. I can't believe that it came down to Russell Westbrook and Bingham to do anything. Look, they're not notorious for blocks. You expect Bingham to at least chuck it from the arc at least once. 0 threes from both of them in that game, and they were the last 2 players I had for that day. I fell from a high peak that day. Not as bad as I was, coming up to this fortnight that's just happened, but it's just, again, where Edwards could have dropped a 3, but just Westbrook dropped 1 3 all week. I think this is the weekly stats. And Bingham, no 3s at all. Like, come on, man. Come on, Ren. Just, I'm shattered. This is real scripted that I've lost to Mark in such a close area because I can't win, but I can be, convinced that I may be. So GG's to Mark. We're actually going to go into, where's the league message board? We're actually going to write Mark. What the hell is this? My Yahoo's just crashed. There we go. Post new topic. New post. Dear Mark. Hi there, Mark. I hope you've been well. I just wanted to commend you on your win last fortnight, as we did play for 2 weeks. It was really close, and I hope you boys at the office were paying as much of a close attention to how close you were to losing that matchup. Everyone thought it was a shoo-in, but here we are. Granted, you did win, but to lose by two blocks and 2 3 points cuts a little deep. Almost as deep for you never letting go of my boy Mitchell. Not Spider. Can you really believe that Brandon Ingram, I'm going to spell his name wrong, I don't care, and Russell Westbrook couldn't shoot 2 3 points or get 2 blocks between them? What kind of scripted joke are you running in this department? Marcus, that is your full name. Good luck in the offs. And genuinely, GG's and thank you for not doing me in harder and sending me down to the depths of out of the off contention, like some other viewers of this pod. P.S. James, I hope you like the podcast. Love, your local fantasy analyst. I spelled that wrong. Your local fantasy analyst for my fantasy team, Josh. I hope he reads that. So there you go. I've sent Mark a letter. I needed to know how I felt about that fortnight because I don't think he knows how much it affected me that fortnight. But you viewers would know and the inbox would know. But yeah, I thought I'd sort of send a little message there. Speaking of which, speaking of messages, we'll have a quick ladder look because it is the final week. 6-3, we kind of expected that to happen. 6-3 here, we expected that to happen. 7-1, don't know what's going on here. Really don't know what's going on here. Marchie's pulling a late run for no reason. I'm glad this is happening, so we want to keep that run going. Because, yeah, as you've seen in my message, I hope Mark continues to plummet. And this is just a disaster. Yeah, my jersey player because of the week is the Joker. And the thing about the Joker is he's going to feast on OKC. And we will be doing a podcast episode hopefully about that night because he's got a couple of big days where he can do whatever the fuck he wants. But cautious of the time because, yeah, we kind of upset Delia with our long podcast. So that's all. Yeah, look forward to a couple episodes this week. And if we make the offs, we'll continue. As we're going into the Supercoach season in a couple of weeks, as I said, we'll be there. Yeah, keep on keeping on. Still no sponsor, but I mean, look, we've been dormant for the All-Star break, so what can I expect? No eyes on me. It's quite funny. It says right there that Ben has not earned any medals in this league. So shout out to Ben, I guess. All right, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Get a couple chuckles, and yeah, we'll see you next time we see you. Catch you later.